Hi, I'm Alex Grayson, and today I'm going to show you something that can completely transform the way you work on any DIY project. Decorate your home or do woodwork. It might sound crazy, but in just a few seconds, you'll see for yourself how you can turn any project you dream of into reality in a heartbeat. I'll help you discover how to customize anything, from chopsticks to baby cribs. Turn a dismantled old chair into a unique work of art and make creative presents for your family and friends out of plain wood. You'll never have to worry about imperfect measurements, bad plans, or lousy instructions. In fact, you'll be able to build the designs you want almost on autopilot, while having pinpoint accuracy and without having to follow any blueprints. And here's the best part, it works perfectly even if you're a first-timer. I myself have been using this for well over 2 years now, and let me tell you, I'm turning dreams into reality. You should have seen the look on my wife's face when I made her a limited edition, high-end dressing closet she saw in a magazine. If I'd bought it for her, it would have cost a small fortune, and this way I only spent a few bucks on some wooden screws. I'm making unique pieces of furniture most people only dream of for pennies on the dollar, all from lumber. I'll tell you all about it in a few seconds, but first, let me tell you a bit about myself, just so you know where I'm coming from. Like I told you, my name is Alex Grayson. I work in the car industry as an engineer. I used to be the kind of kid that took apart his parents' TV just to see how it works, along with the toaster, the fridge, and anything else I can get my hands on. That curiosity turned me into a part-time inventor, and a couple of years ago I picked up a new hobby, woodworking. It started out as an escape, a way to relieve stress, and soon enough I became addicted to it. Now I even wake up early just so I can spend more time in my workshop. What can I say? I'm hooked. Creating something from nothing can do that. But sometimes it can get frustrating. I'm talking about when you have to wing it, compromise your designs so they fit whatever parts you happen to find. Right now I'm going to show you how to never come across this problem ever again. I'm going to give you the key to turn your dreams into reality in the exact way you picture them in your mind. You'll completely erase any infuriating experiences you might have had with DIYing and feel only pride and satisfaction when you finish your projects. Here's what I'm talking about. When I started out my first woodworking project, it was a train wreck. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty handy, but I was in over my head. Carving out details turned out to be a real can of worms. All I had to do was make some wood cutouts, but I couldn't. I tried to, over and over again. Soon enough, I was just fantasizing about quitting. I still don't know why I didn't. I must have spent hundreds of dollars on wood and hundreds of hours getting things wrong before I finally had a moment of clarity. I was surfing online, desperately searching for instructions to improve my wood carving technique, and I stumbled upon a video of some guy using a machine to carve out ultra-precise details into wood. He called it a CNC machine, and you can actually use it for any kind of woodwork. After a bit of investigating, I started figuring out how it works, and the truth is, it's a pretty simple mechanism. See, CNC stands for Computer Numerical Control, which basically means you punch some numbers into a computer, and those numbers command the machine to move exactly how you want it. In this case, it gives the machine the exact spots to carve onto. It might sound complicated, but it really isn't. Imagine a sharp sculpting tool moving from front to back, left to right, and up and down. Hook it up to a computer, and you'll have a personal, ultra-precise wood carving machine that can spit out unique, personalized pieces of wood. It's basically a smart saw. I like to call it that because you can create and design whatever your imagination can draw up just by pushing a button. Anything from wooden toys for your kids to coffee tables, shop signs, home decorations, engraved cigar boxes, picnic tables, racks, TV cabinets, desks, dog houses, even surfboards or guitars. There are no limits. You can take a drawing and turn it from paper to wood just by pushing a button. Here's why I was getting so excited about it. With a smart saw, there's no room for error because it's a 100% self-correcting device. It's just like a master craftsman were standing right next to you, correcting you ahead of time so you'd never make a wrong cut. You'll never have to waste any precious time or any money on wood. Instead of trying over and over again to get the measurements right or to make flawless cuts, you'll create the perfect cutout right from the very first try. And even a lousy woodworker like myself can make the most complex projects in no time. In fact, you'll be able to make elaborate designs even if you've never touched a piece of wood before, because the Smart Saw has incredible accuracy. It would take years of harsh training for a man to develop these skills, but the Smart Saw cuts out even the smallest details flawlessly. Plus, a Smart Saw works 20 times faster than the human hand, because it's already programmed and knows exactly what you're going for. This means you can spend more time creating personalized, unique projects, transforming your hobby into a true passion. And after you use it a couple of times, you'll see for yourself that your wood carving Smart Saw can turn into a real business, because once you've made a design, you can print it out as many times as you want and sell it. If your projects are good, people will be lining up, and you'll be able to transform your hobby into a real business. And finally, here's the best part. The Smart Saw can work completely on autopilot. Just select your design whenever you have 5 minutes of spare time and let it go to work. 99% of your job ends after you pick your design. So sit back and relax, or go about your daily routine till the Smart Saw prints out your project. Listen, all of this is just a peek at what you can do with the Smart Saw. Imagine being able to craft exclusive home decorations like clockwork and giving them to your close friends as gifts. Or picture yourself making a beautiful mantel clock and passing it on to your kids to keep it in the family forever. And what if you could start a business after you retire from your day job? You could actually transform a hobby into a real career. It might sound too good to be true. Here's the catch. A professional CNC wood carving machine costs tens of thousands of dollars. The cheapest second-hand machine I could find was $2,000. So buying one of those is out of the question, at least for me, because I didn't want to buy a machine that would fall apart after I unpack it. And plus, I already had an idea about how it works, so I thought to myself, I could put one together all by myself. You could too. Look, if you're good with inventions, you can build your own wood carving machine just by going after what you'll find online. I did, so it's possible. It won't be easy, but you don't have to be the next Leonardo da Vinci. Here's what I mean. There's a lot of guesswork involved and a lot of hours standing in front of the computer just researching websites. When I built my Smart Saw, most of the stuff I found online was either confusing or downright worthless. The websites I found either lacked the essential details or were too academic and complex. If I didn't know anything about inventions, it would have taken me at least half a year to put together a wood carving machine. But because I have an engineering background, after a few days of going through articles and videos, I felt confident I was up for the task. It wasn't quite as easy as I expected, but I got the job done in 2 days and I filmed the entire thing. I have every step of the way on camera. I wanted to have footage so I could go back and look at it if I didn't get it right from the first try. After I put together my Smart Saw, I couldn't get enough of it. I started up small, making a new knife block for the kitchen. My wife and I loved it so much that I kept going. That's when the fun started. Soon enough, I was making personalized picture frames, cutting boards, decorative bowls, coat racks, wooden toys for my girls, a jewelry box for my wife, and a lot of other things I'm probably forgetting right now. As I moved onto more complex projects, I noticed my skills started to develop faster. See, I didn't have to worry about making the perfect cuts and not wasting any wood. I could really sink my teeth into the actual construction, the real part of DIYing. After I got the hang of it, I felt confident putting together bigger stuff like a new mailbox, chairs, clocks, bathroom units, cabinets, desks, mirror frames, bookshelves, a doghouse, and right now I'm working on something very special, a treehouse for my daughters. I can't wait to see how they'll react when it's ready. I can already imagine their faces lighting up. One day a friend of mine was dropping off his kid for a play date. We started talking, but right in the middle of our conversation he paused. He was staring at my new mailbox. I could see he wasn't listening. His mind was in another place. When he finally snapped out of it, he said, "That's a really great-looking mailbox. Would you mind telling me where you got it?" "That? I made it," I said proudly. The look on his face was priceless. He was stunned. So I took him to my garage and showed off my workshop. I explained how my Smart Saw works, and he couldn't believe what I was making. He was even more shocked when he saw it in action. He asked me to make him a mailbox like mine, and I did. Soon after, people noticed what I was doing. Friends started asking me for favors. I made them guitars, shop signs, birdhouses, and sure enough, they fell in love with them. That's when things got a little crazy. I felt like I was becoming some kind of a local celebrity. Family, friends, my wife's friends, my friends' friends, all of them were raving about my beautifully crafted designs. It wasn't long until people started asking questions. All of them wanted to know how to put together their own smart saws. I realized